We're here in Nottingham visiting Half the Story, a social enterprise committed to providing a route to employment for people with barriers to work, including homelessness. I'm here to see firsthand how the PKL modular kitchen behind me is helping them take their vision to the next level. So Matt, we met probably 6 months ago and here we are stood in front of a bakery baking some biscuits. So do you want to tell us how we got there?
Yeah, it's a great story really. So a while back we were running our marquee business and looking at how we could expand that, and I think that was the link with PKL, with all their events experience. What we probably couldn't have seen from that was that a bit later we'd start a bakery business making biscuits that are changing lives, and then needed a portable kitchen, hence there was nowhere else to turn. We were in contact with PKL.
Excellent. And so do you want to tell us a bit more about Grace Enterprises and the structure?
Yeah, sure. So Grace Enterprises is all about creating life-changing jobs. So creating jobs for people who've experienced major barriers to work, people who've been homeless, been in prison, refugees, survivors of modern slavery, victims of domestic abuse. And the way we do that is support people holistically, so with whatever they might need, but also through paid employment. So we pay everyone the real living wage. It's not employability, it's not volunteering. We're paying everyone, believing that jobs give hope, purpose and dignity, but clearly needing support as well. And we do that. That's what we do. And how we do it is through our 3 businesses. Cleaning business is what we started first. Radiant Cleaners, so cleaning for offices and lots of buildings. That's in Nottingham. And then we started Jubilee Events, the one where we originally got talking. And that's a marquee hire business and events. And that's basically through the Midlands. And then the third one that came along, Life-Changing Biscuits, Half the Story. And yeah, the opportunity to scale up was what brought us together in that new conversation.
Absolutely. And actually, the requirement for additional space is where we stepped in. So just talk us through what this additional space has done for Half the Story.
Yeah, it's allowed us to grow. I mean, people get it. It's not really a biscuit business. It's about changing lives, creating jobs. The thing we do is biscuits, so yeah, they taste great, but that's only half the story. Like, the interesting half would be the people we employ, and companies get it. So we're supplying some big companies around the country. We needed to bake more biscuits than we could. We needed to move, and so that's hence the need to move, to scale up in the future, to replicate. But PKL have been great with this unit, allowing us to bake more life-changing biscuits than we could before.
And so we met probably, we started talking 18 months ago when we started working with Jubilee Events, which is the event space where we both share from PKL and Jubilee Events. That initial collaboration was very much based on a mentorship program, but obviously here we are today, and it was actually quite random that we ended up talking again.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there was no immediate way that it was at a Compass food buy event. And there was no immediate tie-in there, but actually then knowing that PKL work with Food Buy and then bringing us involved and offering to mentor, I think it was Roger and Annie who came down to see you. And that was great in terms of helping us to upskill ourselves and to know more about how to scale the events. What we couldn't have seen was, like, a year later, completely independently, Catherine, our operations manager, was looking into portable kitchens, ended up coming down to the southwest and visiting. And then, when I read about it, I was trying to rack my brains, join the dots. Could it possibly be the same PKL? Turned out that it was. Hence us having a conversation where essentially I'd have been saying, you like our marquee business. It isn't really about marquees. It's about life-changing jobs. And you like that bit. Well, actually, we're doing it a new way. And that's now through biscuits. And then hence we end up here today, because I think obviously I'm not telling you why you're here, but actually because you get it, it's not about events, it's not about biscuits, it's about can we create supportive employment for people, and therefore the vehicle, in some ways it doesn't really matter, but it's got to be done well, hence the fact we've got a great new kitchen.
And so last but certainly not least, what's next for Half the Story?
It's scaling up a bit more, but then replicating. So the vision has always been, through our work with a national homeless charity, Green Pastures, to actually see this replicated. We want to prove a model that you can actually employ people who've been homeless, and it can improve their outcomes, help people out of poverty, giving hope and purpose and dignity. So we're doing that first in Nottingham, where we've done the other businesses. But then success won't be a bigger and bigger bakery. but actually be to replicate to other cities. So whether that's Manchester or Newcastle or Leeds or in Bristol or others, actually to show that there is a way to run a business, to be able to employ people supportively, and to be able to change lives. So it will be satellite bakeries as we replicate around the UK.
Very good.
Yeah, for us, it's about finding a large company that get it. So they understand that decisions they make can do more than just make a percentage difference here and there, or make really big numbers bigger or really small numbers smaller, but actually changing lives of real people. And it's been great that you had a chance to meet some of those people, to hear some of those stories. But for us, yeah, it would be about the ability to make more biscuits. It's not about that, but that means we create more jobs.
That's just half the story.
It is indeed. Great biscuits, but that's half the story. How about you? What have you found most rewarding so far?
I think probably the most rewarding thing for me is being able to see what at board level you can create an ESG strategy, and then actually how do you take that really hard leap and put it into practice. There's been something really rewarding about coming here today, meeting the team, meeting the guys that are working in the kitchen, seeing the infrastructure that we provided and actually what difference that's making. I think I've said it on a number of occasions today that the ESG isn't a tick box strategy. It's actually putting back, making it authentic and creating real value back into the communities. And I actually feel really proud of what our teams have managed to do to support half the story on their journey. And the most exciting thing is I feel like this is just the start. So long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely. So much room for growth. And yeah, I'd love to partner with you and see where we go.